Hey Truth Snackers, maybe you saw on Instagram, but I've been traveling across Canada. I drove all the way from Victoria, BC, all the way back to Ottawa, Ontario, and it was awesome. The ocean was beautiful, the mountains were majestic, the prairies, I'm happy to report, are still flat, but they're beautiful in their own way. There were two really fun things I got to do on this trip. The first was go to a place called Drumheller, which looks like the stereotypical 9-year-old boy's bedroom. Everything is dinosaur themed. There are dinosaur statues on every single corner of the town, and I got to go to the Royal Tyrrell Museum and see actual fossils. It was mind-blowing. The second awesome thing I got to do was go to Rouleau, which is where they filmed Corner Gas, a Canadian sitcom. And I didn't really think I was that big a fan, but when we got there, I totally nerded out. I wanted to go to all the places where they filmed the show. I was talking to the locals about what they thought about the show. I even went to the post office and sent a postcard from Dog River, which is the fictional name of the town. I completely nerded out and I absolutely loved it. Shout out to all the friends I made on this trip and all the friends and family who were willing to host me as I came back. Thank you so much for your hospitality. You know, until this trip, I really hadn't seen that much of Canada. I had traveled the States a lot more and I had heard that Canada is absolutely beautiful, but I kind of just knew it intellectually. I hadn't really experienced it yet, but now I can say from experience that I know that Canada is an absolutely breathtaking country to live in. Thinking about Canada in that way got me thinking about this channel, because this channel kind of does that same thing, but instead of with Canada, it does it with Jesus. See people hear that Jesus is amazing, that he's the center of people's lives, and that he's a savior, and we can understand that intellectually, but it's when we really experience Jesus that we understand in our hearts how wonderful he truly is. So when it comes to Canada, you might see an image like this and think, well, it's just kind of a tree stump. But then if you see a little bit more, you think, well, wait, there's something going on here, something worth looking at. And then if you see the whole image, you go, wow, it's Cathedral Grove. And similarly with Jesus, you might see just a little bit of who he is. Maybe he's just a historical figure and you're kind of like, yeah. But then when you see a little bit more of him, you're like, whoa, wait, he actually has some wise teachings. He has some interesting things to say. But then when you see all of Jesus, you realize, wow, he actually claimed to be God. He actually claimed that he could save my soul. I mean, I get that that was just a mountain, but you know what I'm saying. It blows my mind that we are 1 week away from Truth Snack's first birthday, and all the playlists we've gone through this year have in some way tried to help us better understand who Jesus is. So here's today's question. In the past year, how has your picture of Jesus expanded? Hey, if you've been watching Truth Snack for an entire year and you're somehow not subscribed, I think it's time to commit. Hit that subscribe button. Also, there are over 8 playlists that Truth Snack has completed. Why not check out the playlist section? It would help the channel a lot if you take one of those, share it on social media so that people can start discussing what matters. I'll see you next Tuesday as we're celebrating Truth Snack's first birthday.